if you're just tuning in, I mentioned record-breaking temperatures that we saw this afternoon. 103 for the first day of August, old record 102 set back in 2008, and we're seeing, well, those hot-looking skies outside. Not really any cloud coverage that we can see, but we are seeing some pretty clear skies, even though there's a little bit of some haze over us. But what we're really focusing on is still a lot of those northern Colorado and those Front Range wildfires burning, because not only are we continuing to see that smoke, but also those hazy skies, and not even just where the bulk of those fires are burning, we're seeing it statewide. And we're even a little bit concerned about air quality through those northern Colorado areas. Air quality watch active and has been extended actually from even earlier this afternoon, a full extra 24 hours. I also wouldn't be surprised if some of these areas continue to see this air quality watch active through those weekend days. Now, locally, in terms of air quality, moderate. It's okay outside. Clear skies, of course. Front Range, though, again, it's the same story, repetitive story, but a different one from us here locally. The Front Range is looking at those oranges, those pinks, and maybe even pushing into those reds, which means we're getting very close to almost that unhealthy zone here. But hey, we are looking at some possible relief coming up here soon. We do have still this high pressure that's right on over kind of that panhandle region, and then it's going to start to shift. We've been talking about it shifting, and as it does, it'll start to move kind of right around southern Colorado, and that is going to start to shift on in some Gulf monsoonal moisture just around the west and the north side of that high pressure. So I'll jump into the details of that in a moment, and we're still seeing those triple-digit temperatures as this shifts, even with the chance for elevated humidity. In fact, maybe another 103-degree temperature tomorrow, 102 on Saturday, but then yes, as we look towards the late weekend, the early work week, when that moisture starts to move on in, as we start to see that heavier chance for moisture, we're also seeing a little bit of a decrease in temperatures closer towards those seasonal averages. So yes, like I mentioned, we're starting to see that move just right around, and still triple digits, but elevated humidity. And even through those late weekend days, we'll start to see that 30, 40, even 50% chance for showers, especially through the southern areas and the high country areas. Sunday night, locally through Grand Junction, not too much of a chance for those showers. However, for some of those rural western Colorado areas, we might even have a chance for some possible flooding. Now, I also want to touch on wind gusts because they've calmed down, except in some of those high country areas. But that also means that our critical fire danger that we've been watching is still on the decrease, at least here locally. Unfortunately, still a different story for the Front Range as those winds continue to stay just a tad bit on that elevated side of things. Humidity right now quite low, but like I've been mentioning, should be on the rise quite soon. Currently, those temperatures 102 in Grand Junction. So yes, 103 we saw just about an hour ago, 2 hours ago. We're on the decrease just a little bit, and that actually set us up for quite the nice evening. 66 through Grand Junction. We're looking at 61 through Montrose. And as we look ahead in Discovery Auto Group's 7-day forecast, that's the trend for those evening lows. Even seeing pushing, flirting with those 70s on Saturday night. But then, yes, decreasing moisture, monsoonal moisture, even a heavier chance for those showers to move on into Montrose. 50% chance for Sunday night, continuing through the early work week. So at least locally, there will be a tad bit of relief. Hopefully, it starts to dribble on over to the Front Range as well.